I figured I'd hop on here, check everybody out. Haven't done a live in a while. See if anybody is up, around, awake. And I figured I would talk about the rent and mortgage moratorium that is coming in about an hour. From everything I've gathered, it ends then. I know they said there was court cases I had heard of them having already pushed a lot of the court cases through for evictions, and I don't know exactly how it works for the landlords. It sounds like some were gonna go bankrupt, some were gonna go selling their stuff, some may have been paying some of the time. It's a big bill. I don't know, something like $30 billion or something that the landlords were floating or something like that. So it's a massive chunk, and this could throw some. I mean, this could throw a big homeless population, I guess you could say, pretty quick. They didn't get the bill passed to push it off for another month, of course, and that's, printing additional currency. But this could actually cause some sort of a problem. All of a sudden, I don't know what the actual number is. I hear 10 million, I hear 13 million. Families, not people, like families that could get the boot tonight, tomorrow, Monday. I don't know how long it will take. There's just going to be a lot of people, it looks like. Man, you got to feel sorry for them. I mean, it's, stay home, nothing will happen. And a year and a half later or something, like, hey, you owe everything or get the fuck out. It's like, okay, thanks for the help. Some of these jobs never came back. And it's not a good thing. It's not something that's this is like at least a personal SHTF situation for anybody who is getting the boot. And I don't know that I just don't know exactly how everybody's going to end up dealing with it. I don't know what's going to end up happening as far as how are they going to try to load up the homeless shelters? Are you going to try? I mean, they're saying though that it will, there's going to bring a lot of additional properties. So what do you say? Oh, well, the housing values go down. It's like nobody's talking about there's going to be how many millions of people that have no place to live. This is like a crisis. This is, in fact, I tried to put something in the title, and they kicked it off on me. But this is a bad situation. With everything else, I popped up that video on my way out to the Homestead Survivalist. Went to hang out with him. That's one of my Saturday things. Oh yeah, if you're stopping by, give us the thumbs up. Thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? And good evening. Yeah, they're saying 13 million plus getting evicted. Yeah, that's what it looked like. And that's 13 million families too. So everybody's getting a boot at about midnight. I don't know how many court cases altogether were completely put through or not. So I don't know exactly if they're going to be getting kicked right out at 12:01 or if something happens, like I said, till Monday or whatever. But this is a big deal, really, when you think about it. This is can you imagine a homeless population increasing that much, such a big spike that quick, something like that? I mean, it's been getting bad. I mean, you see everybody's like, oh, this is a good recovery. We're doing swell since everything happened, and I don't know, we're still losing 400,000 plus jobs every week. You hear the jobs reports like, should only be 350,000 this week. Oh, 420. Well, it doesn't matter. We're pumping 120 billion into the markets every single month, not including all the other extra printing that we're doing. So The markets are doing great. It's definitely going to keep going for a long time. Wow, I sound pretty negative tonight, don't I? I don't know. I feel bad for people. I know it's summertime. And, I mean, some places it's probably really hot to be out, but whew, it'd be hard to make a positive out of a lot of this. This is kind of a jammed up mess. I was trying to get a live stream on here with the Homestead Survivalist. I have no clue about this stuff. I was trying to have him figure it out, and we're going to try to do it on his channel and just add me to like a Zoom call on there. Yes, we do need to stop printing money because then it becomes worthless. Worthless. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then look at the price of everything at the store. One of my buddies, his wife went shopping the other day with certain stores. She buys a certain amount of stuff in it. How do you think people who are getting evicted will respond? Real quick, let me tell you this part. One of my buddy's wives went shopping the other day. She usually spends $150, and a couple weeks ago she had spent $150 on the same set items that she always gets, and it's always $150 or somewhere around there. We've been extremely busy. Jeez, that's good. And she went to the store, came back out, not in a good mood, and her bill was $220, and that's the store that she always spends the $150 at. I said the meat went up through the roof, and that's good that your coal plant is doing good. But how do you think the people will respond? Says the Homestead Survivalist. I don't think people will be happy. Obviously, you're getting the boot. I don't know how many of them ended up getting storage units. Is there enough storage units? Yes, it is time to stock up. And with the supply chain issues you're having, you see all this stuff and everybody's like, oh, no, it's fine. We got stuff at my store. There might not be quite as much as normal. And, yeah, really, though, this is the stuff that's going to the warehouse, so they might have another trip or two to the warehouse and everything's gone. Then what? Or there's less than normal. Someone wrote me today on one of the videos there. He said something about they have the stuff coming in from the warehouse, and they used to get deliveries every day, but there's not enough people to even unload the trucks, so they've been bringing them every 3 days or something like that. And that, I mean, that's just another thing. You're thinking to yourself, like, you gotta be kidding me now. I mean, there's not even enough people to move the stuff around. I know the sign-on, I'm thinking the sign-on bonuses and stuff for all these jobs of, you got the unemployment thing starting to, everybody's running out of that too. People are going to need jobs. A lot of the businesses are gone. I don't know. This is crunch time. How do you think they're going to respond to this? I have no clue. This is going to be a unprecedented event, I guess you could say. I just wanted to hop on because we're coming to that time. I mean, it's going to be midnight tonight. This whole thing goes through because they couldn't figure out anything and threw us into this whole big pile of shit. And to tell you the truth, I don't see it getting any fucking better at all. I don't see how it can get better. I need a fucking, I don't even know where the hell. Anyways, there's a Geisley up there. I don't know if you can see that. SD 556 Super Duty. I like it. That thing makes me happy. Just can't play with it while you're on live streams. I did do a little video getting some shots of that this afternoon, and I had fun doing so. I didn't get quite as much practice in as I want. I'm starting to feel that crunch. I really don't want to, we've been slowly trying to get whatever ammunition. Some of it's still a little bit expensive. I wanted to get kind of used to that trigger because it's so superb in comparison. I mean, it's spectacularly superb. It's far superior, how about we say it that way, compared to my CMMG trigger that was $60 way back in the day on the other one that I had built, but still had to get out, and I just had to get a little bit more confident today. I think I did that with a very minimal amount of usage, but I don't know exactly how what's that saying? It's gonna get bad. Time to prepare now, not last minute. And that's the problem that I'm starting to feel. Like, hey, you've got an emergency fund. Are you better off having that cash or having that food? And the situation with this ending tonight, this moratorium ending, if those people had whole big stockpiles of food, they'd be moving that. Or I'm thinking the only way a lot of these people are going to get out scot-free, or not scot-free, how do I say it? The easiest way, because they probably can't get another place, especially if they don't have a job and their unemployment ran out. I mean, I don't even know how they're going to get a storage unit. What if you were all stocked up on food and you can't even move your food into your car? Or what are you going to do? What you got? What happens? You got 2 kids, a husband, wife, 2 kids. There's 4 people. Y'all going to live in your car with all your stuff? I mean, what? It's going to be insane. There's going to be stuff on the streets. This is madness. And everybody's talking about sickness, and I see people getting desperate. Yep. To take care of their families, doing things that will affect stores and businesses. They like that whole thing over at out in California or whatever. They made some law of like under $900, don't arrest anybody for stealing anything, and they got people running in, grabbing like $700 worth of stuff every day. I mean, how can those stores even keep up? They're losing so much stuff they're gonna have to close their doors, and nobody even does anything to them. Oh, it was only the one Gucci t-shirt. But I'm sure these guys are going out and they're selling it, and then now they're making a living off of it pretty much, and the businesses are going to have to close down. Yes, a car bag. An EDC bag is definitely good. A car bag is definitely good. I don't keep all the time a full-out bug-out bag in the vehicle for the simple reason of I'm at work. Shit has hit the fucking fan, and I need to move my ass back to my location where my family, or most of them, should be at that moment. I'm going to carry a huge bag. Like, look, I'm not going to move that, because if I touch that thing, it will be over for the video. Say that big bag right there, that tan one. Say I got that thing all stocked up. I'm not going to want to carry that thing all the way home from, say, work, and then go walk to the bug out location. I'm better off carrying like my little Scorpion pack, and I got an EDC pack, so I don't look too crazy walking around. I don't have some big ass pack on, and I'm going to be walking all the way through everywhere, and everybody's going to be like, what is that guy doing now? Just a little bit more quiet. I'm going to walk. I got stuff if I need it. Keeping it. Always good to have a car bag. Yep. So, yeah, that kind of stuff is good, and having everything is good. But these guys that are getting kicked out, I mean, hopefully you got a tent. I mean, we saw some tent cities around us. More recently, they've shuffled them around for the past year or so, different locations and stuff. But I mean, you're gonna see. I watched this guy Jeremiah Babe is his channel. It's actually pretty good. And he's always talking about, he's out in like Los Angeles or something like that. And he'll just go down blocks where everything's for rent. All the commercial stuff's for rent. And there's just a tent city. I mean, everywhere there's a fence around the buildings, people have tarps coming off the side of them, and they're like living right there on the sidewalk. Shit, piss, everything's all over the place. But that's that liberal dystopia, or what is it called? Socialist dystopia, or... It's ridiculous. I mean, that's like third world country-ish styled stuff that everybody wants us to go to. So, I should show you one thing. Let's just say I think more places are going to look like California, and that's ridiculous. You know, when I lived in New York, there were certain groups of people that would get together and live like 20 or 30 to an apartment or to a house. They would all rent the house out at $100 a piece for the month. They could all work at McDonald's at that point, and then they put $100 in a month or whatever and go buy bulk on the food. And we had one guy at a pizzeria that I worked with. He was one of the dudes who lived with like 20 other guys or something like that, and they were doing all right. They could afford the rent. So think about it. Half of them lose their job, and the other half, still have a job. They can still keep everything afloat. And think of how much money you can save when you're on there. You're gonna save a lot of money in groups. I just think that we're gonna end up having to go back to how stuff used to be. Some families moving in with family or something like that to make ends meet, kind of a thing. With the spike in the inflation, with everything all together, it's basically like someone said something like a slow SHTF. I mean, it's just kind of going just slowly. It's not like a. I mean, tonight's gonna be one. I'm probably gonna watch something live stream if I could find it. That would be pretty cool, like a you call it prepper or whatever community of some sort. That would be pretty cool. If you had a big thing of land and everybody lived in a little spot like that or something, yeah, but you still have to pay the land tax because it seems like it doesn't matter. They say you own the land and you've paid off your house and you have your piece of property, but when do you have to stop paying taxes? It's like you never own it. It drives me nuts thinking about that kind of stuff sometimes. It's like, yeah, mortgage is paid off, but it doesn't matter. You still don't own it. Where is it located? In what country? I think your country owns it because you're paying every year to stay there. Your taxes, it drives me nuts. I don't like to think about stuff like that. I'd rather look at some, oh yeah, rice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, vacuum seal. I still haven't brought a lot of that stuff up. And the pastas and I get crazy down here sometimes. Get crazy. You should see the stuff I put in there. It's insane. Anyways, I did get for Father's Day. For Father's Day, I still didn't even open this thing. I don't know why I'm showing you this now, just for the hell of it. But I got one of them there. See that? I'm a soccer mom. Hell yeah. Anyways, if I was getting kicked out on my butt today. What the hell stuck to that thing? If I got kicked out on my butt today, I'd probably have to fill that thing up with ammo or something so I could cart it around with me and grab my big tarp. And I don't know what the hell's going to happen. I don't know the response that these people are going to have to the whole situation. I don't know how it's going to affect stuff, businesses. I don't know what main streets are people going to be up and down on. I mean, this is tragedy. This tragic of epic proportions. That's all I could think of. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know what you guys are. I mean, it's good to be prepared. It's good to have that emergency account. Do you risk half of your emergency account and get food right now with everything going on, or take half of it and get, or a quarter of it to get food, a quarter of it to get ammunition? Because especially if you're going to be out on your, think about that, out on your own, just out and about, not in a home or something like that, and you're outside with all your stuff. I mean, you never know who could walk by, grab your stuff, grab a kid. You're going to be sleeping outside. It's not like camping. It's a bad situation, unlike camping. It's, which I'm going to be camping sometime soon. I may show some of that, but it's just one of those things that we're just, this is just like unheard of. I know during, I mean, this could be like the start of the, well, we've been on a slow start of the Great Depression. This could just get so crazy. I don't even know where to go with this. I mean, what do you do yourself to prepare? You're going to get as much food as you can. You're going to try to build up your emergency fund. Hopefully you have a fixed rate on a mortgage on your home so you can afford the payment. And think residential areas are more than losing their homes. Yeah. All the commercial stuff went down at the beginning of this whole pandemic. Um, Everything that was going to go out pretty quick went out pretty quick. Now they got a lot of what the stock market calls the zombie homes or zombie businesses. So they're all businesses that haven't had to pay nothing because of everything. So they're barely staying afloat as they are. And once everything falls off, it will fall off and they'll disappear. Make sure you make a plan to get out of your work and home. As things get crazy with people out on the streets who are angry, looking to make someone else's life miserable. That's a good point. I mean, you can see random acts of violence. And I mean, you've lost your job, your whole family's outside because you got kicked out of your house. I mean, yeah, there's going to be some probably pretty pissed off people. I could definitely see random. I mean, it's going to be almost like a situation where what happens if the pharmacy's shut down or they can't get psych meds in or some sort of, and now you got schizos just running around too who just lost their house, their job, and their unemployment at the same time. I mean, there's going to be like, could you imagine? Oh my God. That would be the zombie apocalypse. I definitely think that would not be a good situation, but yeah, I just figured I'd hop on here. I haven't done a live stream in a couple months. I was doing the gun talk hump day, and just kind of faded out. Not a lot of people on lives, it seems like, and the lives never get put out there like a regular video does. And after a live, it's like the video's dead. Fun to do though. Fun to hear from people. Like you guys got questions or you guys have some sort of input, and we can all help each other through that. Like, oh, I didn't think about that. That's a good idea. Maybe I should be, whatever it might be. We're going on, what, 22 minutes, so we got to be pretty close to 11:30 or getting there. So we only really got about another half hour, and I don't know whose channel is going to have any live stream of anything going on tonight, but I'm sure you're going to see over the next couple days that, I mean, people are going to be out. I don't know how, like, the regular news doesn't put up enough. I mean, he's seen that they didn't pass their bill or whatever, but he didn't see no more real. This could be horrible. That's it. Next story. Top of the news, yeah. It's like nothing ever happened because I'm still here reporting, yeah. It's bad news. And it's going to be hard. Hopefully a lot of people, have someone that they could go stay with, or, if something happened with us, if we, oh, man. Couldn't imagine having to move back into my parents' house, even if it was for a month. Jeez, wouldn't that drive you nuts? Hopefully you had enough money for a storage unit. Or you could go to a friend's house. I know before we left New York, we stayed with a friend for a couple months or something like that, and it wasn't too bad. It was one of the wife's friends. It wasn't too bad to deal with something like that, but it's not your own spot. It's not where you feel comfortable necessarily. It's just an uncomfortable situation. Sometimes you feel like a burden, even if you're helping that person with rent or you're helping with whatever. It's a lot on you, I know, and with me, I'm one of the head breadwinners for the house, so if something ever happened, it would be like I'd feel extra like it was my fault, even if there was nothing I could do about it. So I'd be scrambling, trying to do something, anything I possibly could to make everything right. But, I mean, these people have had a long time, too, to figure something out. But if their business went, and there's so many places hiring, some of it doesn't make sense, but the places are hiring for less money than they were getting on unemployment, or what a screwed up situation. I mean, people get the monthly money now who have children under a certain amount of but I mean, even if you have 4 or 5 kids and you're getting $1,000 or something like that, okay, so it pays the mortgage maybe, but if you're back a year, your mortgage, I mean, what are you going to do to pay 1,100 every month to try to pay back over the next 20 years or something the money that you lost, and your landlord's gonna lose the house, and this is a mess. Plain and simple. First time here, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give us the thumbs up. Don't know when the next time I will do a live is. I guess maybe here and there. There's just so much stuff you can't do. Next day or two, I'll put up a video on that Geisley. And I did some blacksmithing with the Homestead Survivalist. We got a little forge thing there. That's pretty cool. Check his channel out for that. I don't know when the videos will be up, but I got so many chunks of video hammering on that thing. Bang, bang. And of course, he's like that much bigger. I'm going to be watching very closely for the next few days. Get your supplies before it hits the fan. It's inevitable at this point. It will take time to dig out of the hole we are in, and the problem with that is the hole keeps getting deeper. It's that slow. Dig yourself out of the hole, but it's almost like you're so far in the hole. Fun smashing the metal, yes sir. It's like we're sliding so far down the damn hole. You're trying to dig your way out or crawl your way back up, but they're throwing dirt on top of you. It's like being buried alive, kind of, or some shit. I don't know. That's almost what it feels like. That's how I feel sometimes, but I just wanted to hop on, see what everybody was doing, and see what everybody thought about everything, and the upcoming possibilities for an extreme excess amount of chaos is it's always an option or a chance that it could happen. But some of these things that are going on, like when I was talking in that lockdown video, I mean, who's gonna put up with some of that? I mean, and you're gonna have all these people are gonna be outside. How are you gonna do that anyways? It doesn't make complete sense, but not a lot has in a year and a half or so. I would say you stay away from the news the best you can. I'm a stock nut, and I love the stocks, and I'm pretty much out of all that, but I still go in, and I don't know why I do it to myself, but I still go in and look at different companies and stuff like that, and see what their ups and downs are, and there's always news behind what happened with this company, and we had that oil tanker, that explosions at a grease factory. We've had all these different things, and it waves stocks up and down, and you're always looking and checking, and there's just so much chaos and unknown everything that's going on everywhere, not just here. You see last weekend all the like revolutionary riots and stuff that nobody really talks about here. Who knows if we'll ever get back there? And that's the problem with all these like revolution things. A lot of them were in like socialist countries and stuff like that, and dictators and communists, like dictators, and communist countries and stuff like that. And those people, they don't care what they get as long as it's not what they got now. And that's crazy, because what we have here, not in a democracy, but in a constitutional republic, we got something pretty good, and I couldn't want to see that. It seems like every time there's a revolution, something worse comes in than what was there before. Another dictator instead of socialism, communism, instead of capitalism, maybe socialism. It's going to get worse. No matter what it is, it's going to get worse before it gets better. They said freedom was only a generation away, and who would have known it would stand a chance to be one that I was born in or something like that, of course, right? Why not? Everybody had it great for the last 100 years or whatever it is since the last Great Depression. Life has been like incredible or something like that. The booming 50s and whatever. But I guess they say that God only gives you as much as you can handle, right? So maybe we're all here for a reason. Maybe we're here to help other people. That's why a lot of people try to do prepping videos and try to. I like doing gear reviews. It costs me money here and there. I buy a budget blade or something like that, but I get to see if, like, oh, hey, the tip snapped off that. Don't buy it. I wasted my money on it. That's why I shoot them sometimes. but and then sometimes you get one that's $20 and the thing works, or $30, and you're just like, dude, you could buy this. You could buy two for less than the price of the other one. Says so. Trying to help plus having fun. I love doing this kind of stuff. It's fun. This kind of talk is not always as fun. Yeah, I don't know. Finally found some Dr. Peppers. I shouldn't be drinking it. Notice I can't even get the full size ones. They're still nowhere here. Down by me. I did see some in a different city, but my whole city doesn't have Dr. Pepper, unless it's those little bottles or cans, and I don't really like the cans. These are nice too. I could close them up afterwards, and I don't have to worry about having to open anything down there. Good quote. Never more than you can handle. Yeah. That's what I've heard before. Yeah, so we must all be able to handle it, right? That's why we're here, and then we're gonna see who we can help. If each person went out and told somebody about something that could help another person, and then, or even if you told two people, and then each one of them told two people. I mean, look at what would spread out. So each one of you go tell two of your friends to watch our channel. No, but as far as preparedness goes, I mean, if you got a hold of two people just by next time there's a blackout, you know, like, hey, did you guys have enough candles, or did you guys have enough batteries for your flashlights, or did you guys? And some of the stuff people don't think about. Oh no, you know, I had to run to the store and get batteries for the lantern, the whatever, the flashlights and stuff because we didn't have no power. And I'm like, yeah. You know, it helps if you buy extra of that kind of stuff and you have it for when you do need it. Oh, that's a good idea. You know, instead of, you know, getting to people like that, and then, like, when this whole thing happened, it's stuff just like toilet paper, right? I mean, who the hell? What, toilet paper? I still don't get it. But if you told people, like, I mean, you saw the price of the meat since this whole thing went, it's huge. The reality, actual stress, especially when you have children. And that's the shitty part right there. That is the reason why you should prep stuff, why you should give a shit, I guess you would say. Because most of us could probably live through the situation and have no problems if it was a real, like, straight up dog shit situation and I was stuck with, like, a tarp and a knife and kicked out on my ass, told to go fuck myself, and I had to go hide under a bridge for a little while and do whatever I had to do. It wouldn't be a problem. Now go do that with 2 kids or 5 kids or I missed one maybe on the reality of it is actually stressful. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's shitty. Yeah. Cuz I'm sure you could definitely it would just, yeah. That's the only reason why you do this kind of stuff, because you never want to see your kids have to go through something horrible. You never want to have to. You always want better for your kids than what you had, and that's always been my thing. I really only remember, like, one Christmas, I got this thing way back in the day. It was called an air jammer. You like pumped it up. It was a little car. I think that's the only Christmas I remember. And it was like one thing, and it was like the coolest thing ever. So what did we do? We ended up spoiling our kids, I guess you could say. For Christmases, we've had some crazy ones, but you just wanted more than what you had. We never came from no money or nothing like that, so you're constantly grinding. You're constantly trying to keep the lights on. You're constantly trying to get them that toy they want or something. And my kids are getting bigger now, so now they need like really expensive bras and Victoria's Secret stuff, you know. So that's you don't need to have $50 bra. A $20 one would be okay, I guess, here and there, but it'd be more like your other sister sometimes. Like the one spends too much money over here and the other one spends too much money over there. And if you guys could just meet in the middle somehow, it would make life easier. Look, you get 3D sports bras for $12. Well, not anymore. Inflation's probably $25 now, but there's still 3 in there instead of $50 for one, right? So yeah, I was trying to do better, and that's the shitty part about this eviction moratorium thing. I mean, how many people? Jeez, you figured 13 million or something. You said, right? So, and that's like 13 million families or 13 million homes, or however you would see that. So some might be single people in there. Some might be a husband, wife. Some might have 5 kids. This crazy shit, man. That's why I'm always trying to hustle, trying to get a little extra. Oh, we don't need the money right now. Maybe you could just take the day off. But you feel like, okay, I could take the day off, or I could run out and try to make $50 or $100 doing a side hustle of any kind, like we had talked about before. I could run out and try to do that, even though we don't need it right now. I could save an extra 20 for gas, since there's only 5% inflation, and gas went from like $1.50 to $3, whatever. Yes, 5%, I think. Double is 5%. Anyways, that's not part of the CPI, right? So you do that. You set something aside if you can, and with this paper currency going right to shit as it is too, your purchasing power is dropping off, and the demand of stuff goes up, and then the price goes up, and then the supply chain issues. You're really stuck, so you always feel like you're behind, even though you have something. I mean, is $1,000 emergency fund great? Yeah, okay, you could probably pay the mortgage. So then what? You have no fucking food. Doesn't matter if you have a house and you can't eat. Are you gonna make it 30 days? Naked and afraid? You could probably make it 30 days as long as you come up with water. Your emergency fund should be 6 months or a year, ideally. But you know how hard that is? Especially with the price of everything going. I mean, you're stuck. You're stuck. It's a freaking mess. And that's a tasty. Oh, once in a while you get all 23 flavors that you taste, like bam, right at the same time. Oh, and that was it right there. I should be drinking water. Maybe after this I'll drink water, but we're at about what, 37, 38 minutes, something like that, and so we got about 20 minutes to go. I'm probably gonna hop off of here before then, maybe another few minutes of bullshitting or whatever. I don't know what you guys what else you guys want to talk about, or what else you're thinking of, or it's just crazy. It's crazy. I don't know what to think. I don't want to start like repeating myself, and I don't want to sit here and mumble or go duh or That's it. No more of this tonight. No more. I have to run right out to the store in the morning and get more of that. It's Sunday, man. I'm gonna try to do a little side stuff maybe tomorrow, but I'm also gonna try to relax a little bit. I'm not getting any younger. We did the floor in the house. We had gotten some tiles, and then we got some more, and then we finally had enough, and we finally, after months of talking and waiting and finally putting it in, I'll tell you, doesn't matter how much running around you do, it doesn't matter whatever. I mean, my legs were beat after that. And it's crazy once you get a little bit older, it didn't just ache the next day. It ached for like 2 days after that. I think 2 days after I did that floor, it hurt worse than the day after I did that floor. I was dying. I was literally dying. You can hear that. Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know, everybody. All you can do is try your best and enjoy the Dr. Pepper. Who knows when you'll get another one. Don't try to piss me off right now. The world without Dr. Pepper is a world I don't want to live in, really. Jeez. That stuff is the shit. I'm not even joking. Capital S, man. I'm losing my mind. That's why we buy stuff like the powdered packets and stuff for the waters. So in our totes that we're stocking up on, you want to run through the Dollar Tree, and we do like a quick Dollar Tree run, and we're grabbing stuff. They got them little 5 packs or 6 packs of. I don't even care Hawaiian Punch. I know the Homestead Survival gets like the Gatorades, like the bigger ones that you can scoop out and mix in. That's a extremely good idea because that it's got electrolytes in it and stuff is probably a lot better for you than the Hawaiian Punch stuff. But I'm just thinking to myself, like, I drink a lot of water, some days way more than other days, and just water for the rest of the life. That's why they say variety is the spice of life. This was at least going to give me some flavor of some sort. It's not a bad idea too. And I was thinking too of getting like I think I talked about it maybe like a year ago or something on one of these things, getting like protein shakes and stuff, and Carnation Instant Breakfast. I don't know, it's been so long ago, I don't remember if that was a live stream or what that was on, but getting stuff like that because it's got the vitamins, it's got the minerals. I think it was maybe when I was talking about those survival tabs. I got survival tabs in there. They eat one every hour or one every 2 hours. I did a video on those things like a year ago or something too, and it's enough to sustain you. You're not gonna be deficient of any minerals or vitamins or anything like that. You might not be really full, but it's gonna keep you alive that much longer. And I think like each bag was like a day or something like that. And you got like 4 bags for $28, and I think they've gone up. I can't imagine. But I got another video I just did too recently that I got to show you. I got to get some of these videos up. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know what you guys think about. I've been trying to post up like every day, but yeah, I don't know. I guess have a good night. I'm gonna hop off here. We got 42 minutes in, and we got about that 15-minute mark somewhere around there, and I guess go on and try to see who else is talking about it, or see who else. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that have been talking about it leading up to this. I'm dropping stuff. I'm starting to lose it. Even the restaurants are running out of food. Yeah. I posted pictures up in the community tab of like Qdoba not having stuff. Taco Bell not having drink holders. Like the paper products are even vanishing. But shortages, that's awesome. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to let you go. Stay prepared. Get prepared. If you're not doing anything, do something. I mean, buy a damn... Buy a ramen noodle even though it's a quarter now. Don't buy it from Walmart. I don't know. Buy it from Walmart if you want. They got the Top Ramen or something like that instead of... Is it Top Ramen? What are these right here? These are Maruchan Ramen, whatever. I don't know how to say that or pronounce it or whatever. Those things are the ones that went up over at Walmart, and I think it was the Top Ramen or something like that at the Dollar Tree, and it doesn't really make that much of a difference. I don't know if you could pay double. I think that's a 10 or a 12 pack. That's a 12 pack. So let's figure it out real quick. That's going for $2.40, I think, by me now. $2.40. You used to get that whole damn thing for $1. And then there's 6-pack at the Dollar Tree. So so $2. I mean, you're saving a little bit of money, 40 cents or something like that. But okay, have a good night. I'm gonna take off, and I guess pray for those people that are getting the boot, and be thankful if you're not getting the boot. And I don't know. Have a good night.